Great, so find yourself a comfortable seat whenever you're ready to do so. And we're crossing the legs, turn the palms to face down, and rolling the shoulders back and open. As you arrive here, close the eyes, settle into your seat. And just observe how you're breathing this morning. You have a stressful morning, maybe you just rolled out of bed. At the time here you're practicing for you, just acknowledge where you're at right now. Allow the jaw to soften, allow the tongue to relax in the mouth. Allow yourself to watch your breath. Watch where it's going into the body. Observe where in the body it lands, it arrives. And then allow the breath to release out of the body. Transformation of air into prana or life force. Expelling that air, that breath that you have created back into something else around you. The ultimate act of aparigraha or letting go. The breath is with you for a moment. It's all it's there for, and then we release. Next time you breathe in, hold your breath in at the top. And open your mouth, breathe out, let it go. And again, breathing in, hold in at the top. And breathing out, let it go. Dropping your chin down onto your chest. And rolling your head from side to side, stretching out neck. And bringing the head back up through center, tilting the right ear to the right shoulder. Back up to center, left ear to left shoulder. Back up through center, chin to chest, creating that neutral spot. Head comes back up through center, push the upper back away, round the back, chin to the chest. Inhale as you curve the spine, look up to the ceiling, roll the shoulders back and open. And again, exhale as you round, push away, chin to chest. Inhale as you lift, chest open. Last one, push away, round. And lift up to curve. And find your neutral spine, right hand to the ground next to you, left arm sweeps over the ear, stretch away, looking underneath the left arm. As you rise up, take a twist. Left hand behind you, right hand to the left knee. Keep the twist, look forward and over the right shoulder. Bring the head back up through center and unwind. Left hand to the ground next to you and a right arm sweeps over. Root down through the right sitting bone, increase stretch all the way through the side waist. And as you exhale, rise up to twist. Right hand behind your back. Looking back over the right shoulder and then bring the gaze forward and look over the left shoulder. Head back through center, softly unwind. Interlace the fingers, press up high through the palms, reach up and take a little lean over to one side. And back up through center, take your lean over to the other side. And back up through center, walk the hands forwards in front of you, press back through the hips, reach forward through the arms, stretch out the lower back. Walk the hands over to the right, press down through the left hip. Flip the left arm to the ceiling, look towards the hand, and then half bind, bend the elbow, wrap the arm around behind the back. Release the arm high, breath in, and down to the ground, breath out. Walking both hands over to the left, pressing down to the right hip. Right arm floats high, breathing in, stretching up, bending the elbow, wrapping the arm around behind the back. Release the arm high, breath in, and down to the ground, breathing out. Sit your way back up through center, stretch both legs out long in front of you, pointing the toes to the ceiling. Stretch the arms up high, breath in. And then fold forwards, nice and gently down over the legs. Always first thing in the morning, we're pretty tight here. So bend the knees if you need to, soften the spine. Finding a flat back as you breathe in, looking forwards towards the toes. And folding down over the legs as you breathe out. And again, inhale as you lengthen your spine. And exhale as you fold. Roll yourself up nice and gently, one vertebra at a time. Lift the arms high, stretch up. And exhale as you fold down. So you're gathering up the energy that you need for the day. Roll it up, gather up the energy, releasing whatever tiredness or energy that no longer serves you as you fold forward. One more time, inhale as you roll your way up, stretch to the ceiling. And exhale as you fold over the legs. Roll yourself gently up, one vertebra at a time, holding onto your right leg, calf, ankle, foot, whatever you can reach, and stretch the leg up in front of you. So draw the toes back towards the nose, push away with the heel so you can feel that lengthen and stretch all the way through the calf and the hamstring. Now you're going to take the left hand across the outside of the foot or underneath the calf as you reach the right arm back behind you. Look back towards the back. We'll have a very gentle rock forwards and backwards. So you're waking up the IT band, the band that runs from the knee all the way up to the outside of the hip there, so through the side of the leg. And from that rock, we'll place the foot to the outside of your left thigh and take the left arm across for a spinal twist. You're looking over your right shoulder. As you exhale, unwind, unravel, we'll change legs. Holding onto the left leg, calf, ankle, foot, whatever you can reach. Toes back, heel presses away. You might find one leg feels really different from the other leg. So just take a moment here, drawing the toes back. I'll take the right hand across to the outside of the left foot. Reach the left arm back behind you, look back towards the backhand. As much length through the spine as you can find, sit tall, and then add that gentle rock forwards and backwards. Placing the foot across to the outside of the right thigh. Right arm comes across, spinal twist, looking back over the left shoulder. And exhale as you unwind. We're coming to a supported boat. So take your hands just behind you, lean back into the hands so that you come just off the sit bones ever so slightly. Hug the navel into the spine and then float the feet up. Okay, so we have the shins, if possible, in line with the ground or a little bit higher. And if you feel pretty good there, we can take one arm forwards and then the other arm forwards. Keep finding that hug of belly to spine. Maybe the feet float a little bit higher. Take another breath in. And breath out. Place the feet down hip width apart, hands behind you, fingers forwards. Push into the hands and the feet, lift the hips up, lay the head gently back for reverse tabletop. Release the seat back down to the ground. One more boat. Float the legs. Stay or float the arms. Stretch and lift. Take another breath in. And breath out. Reverse tabletop. Lift. Head back. Breathe through the shoulders, through the front of the body. And exhale as you release. Very nicely done. Come back to hands and knees whenever you're ready. Good morning, Patricia. She's back. So hands and knees once you arrive. And dropping the belly, lifting the chin, looking forwards. And then pushing to the hands around the back, scoop the belly in and up. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, looking forward. And exhale as you round, chin to chest. And one last time, inhale as you curve. And exhale as you round. And find your neutral spine. And do a barrel roll with the ribs. So I want you to imagine that you're trying to draw a circle with the ribs going round in one direction. You're trying to keep the hips pretty static. We're just making the ribs turn up and to the floor, up, out to the floor. And when you've done a few round one way, this is such a good way of toning the abdominals and the obliques, we go round the other way. So it's just the ribs up, round, like you're trying to draw a barrel shape with your upper body. And from there, stop. Reach the right leg back behind you. It's so hard to isolate individual parts of your body you're not used to isolating, right? So it's a funny stretch, that one, but it's such a good one. Press back through the right heel, moving forward and backwards, stretching out the calf muscle. And then spin the instep off the right foot down and lift the right arm up to the ceiling. So this might be quite enough for you here, or you're floating the leg up in line with the hip. And we're working into a bit of sideways work today. Maybe there's a little crunch for you, bringing the knee towards the elbow. And then re-stretching out. Knee to elbow. Stretch it out one more time. Knee to elbow, stretch it out, bring it down, hands and knees. Left leg goes back behind you. And that little bit of movement to begin with here, stretching out the left calf muscle, stretching out the left ankle and the foot. And you're spinning the instep of the left foot down, lifting the left arm. So either you're choosing to stay here or the leg is floating up in the air. Once you've got the stability, can we go for that crunch? Lengthen, crunch, lengthen, crunch, and release. Nicely done. All right, so from your hands and knees here, step your right foot to the side, so the foot is in line with your knee. It's the foot in line with your knee. So most of you probably need to bring that foot back, so you've got a straight line knee to ankle. And walk your hands forward, pull the knee gently back, stretch out your back, stretch out your inner hip. Okay, and come onto your fingertips, so not relying on the weight shifting into the hands. And then walk the hands in underneath the shoulders, sweep the right arm up high and over the ear towards the front of the room, stretch away. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh and then your left arm up and over. So you're again this big curve through the sideways. And either that's where you stop, or some of you want to add on here a bit stronger. The right hand fingertips come to the ground on the inside of the right foot. It's going to get quite stretchy. Okay, space dependent. If you have space for this next move, you can do it. Otherwise, you can go back to where we started, hands forwards. Right, if you have the space in the room, left hand next to you, right arm, right leg, lift up. And then bend your knee, catch hold of your foot. You got it, roll the shoulder back and open. Don't have to hold it if you can't reach it. And exhale as you release. Well done, other side. Left foot steps out to the side in line with your knee. Or walk the hands forward, stretch away first. And you're on the fingertips, so not weight bearing too much into the hands, more pulling back through the hips. Walk the hands in underneath the shoulders, left arm lift up high, extend it over towards me, towards your screen or front of the room, stretch away. And then bring your left forearm to your left thigh, your right arm up and over, working into that right side bend. Either that's plenty, or the left fingertips drop down to the ground on the inside of the left foot. The same option as before, you can walk the hands forward if you don't have space, or as you come up, tight belly, right hand drops, left arm, left leg lifts. Bend the knee, maybe catch hold of the foot. Roll the shoulder open. Breath in. And releasing, breath out. Nicely done. So we're coming back into one more cat-cow, dropping belly, lifting chin, rounding back, chin to chest. And finding a neutral spine before coming up into your first down dog. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips high, look back towards the legs, and add a very gentle pedal through the legs. Bend one knee, bend the other knee. Just feel what's going on here in the legs. Where's the tightness? Where's the tension? Where's the space? And find your stillness, pushing the heels back, looking back towards the shins. As you inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. As you exhale, step forward, front to back, 1 foot, 2 feet. Lengthen spine, breathing in, flat back. And folding down over the legs, head nice and heavy. And again, inhale to lengthen. And exhale to fold. Push to the feet, rise to stand, stretch up, reach tall. Look up towards your thumbs. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms lift, reach up. And exhale, hinge, forward fold. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand, stretch up, reach tall, rise up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back, breathing in. And folding, breathing out. Hands down, down facing dog. As always, you don't have to flow. You can rest today in down dog or in child's pose. If you're flowing, roll forward through plank. Get that stack of shoulders on top of wrists, tummy nice and tight up to the spine. And then drop the knees or don't as you lower down to the ground with control, flat body. Inhale, pull forward through your back bend. Nice soft shoulders. Exhale, up and back, down the facing dog. Step your right foot between your hands. And drop the back knee down to the ground. Come into your low lunge, looking forward, breathing in. You can always have blocks if that gives you a little bit more height there, if your hips feel tight. And then from that lunge, we'll straighten out the front leg. Toes can lift to the ceiling if you want a deeper stretch. And again, bring it back forwards into your low lunge, sink down to the hips, back to the shoulders. And exhale to straighten up and fold. Then back into your lunge, lift the arms up high to the ceiling, stretch up, reach tall. Bring the palms together, drop the hands down between the shoulders, and then lean the head very gently back into the arms. You're coming into a very gentle back bend, a very subtle one. Circle the arms round down to the floor, straighten out the front leg, and then if that's not too tight, walk your hands over to the right side of your right leg. Come back into your lunge, place the left hand to the floor, right arm to the ceiling, look up towards your hand in a twist. Either stay here or tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and we'll all stretch the right arm forwards over the ear to the front of the room. The back leg energized, the thigh powering up. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, release downward facing dog. If you're flowing, inhale plank, exhale lower. Inhale back bend, exhale down dog. And if you're not flowing, step the left foot up between the hands, and we will meet there in a moment. So your left foot steps forwards, your hands frame your foot, looking gently forwards on the in-breath. Creating that height through the chest, shoulders reaching back. And then as you exhale, straighten out the front leg and fold. And again, bring it back forwards into your low lunge. And exhale to straighten up and fold. And then back forwards into the lunge, lift the arms up to the ceiling, stretch high, reach up. Bring the palms together, drop the hands down between the shoulders, lean the head back into the arms. Circle the arms around, down, straighten the front leg. Either that's enough or walk the hands to the left side of your left leg. Come back into your lunge, right hand down, left arm lifts up. You can stay or tuck the back toes, lift the knee. And then reach the left arm over the ear, stretch away, long line from fingertips to the back hip or the back heel. As you exhale, bring the hand down, this time step forward, front of the mat. A big spring forward. Lengthen spine as you breathe in. And fold down as you breathe out. And roll your way gently, one vertebra at a time, up to stand with the arms, stretch up. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. So what I'd like you to see here is if you have the feet about hip width apart, as you reach your hands down with straight legs, where do your hands land without rounding the back? So if you're forcing the round into the back to reach down, okay, I want you to create your flat back feeling and see where you land. Okay, if you have a relatively folded back, where do your hands land comfortably with your legs straight? Okay, so just figure that out for a second. Take a little forward fold so I can see what's going on in the room here. Okay, so where do your hands land with your arms straight and your legs straight? Perfect. Okay, great. So the majority of you here are going to have your hands behind your calf muscles for this. If you can touch the floor or your toes with straight arms and straight legs, you can take your peace fingers, your index and your middle finger around your big toes instead. Okay, so whichever variation you're doing, you're finding a flat back as you breathe in, so you're looking forwards, hands behind calves or to toes. And then as you fold, take your elbows out to the sides and fold your way down a little bit more over the legs. Let's do that again. Inhale as you lengthen your spine. Bend the elbows out to the sides as you fold. We've got one more to go. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to fold. Relax the arms and roll yourself back up to stand. Okay, so if you can reach peace fingers to big toes, same thing here, right? You'll do peace fingers to big toe. Otherwise, again, I think it's the majority of you. You're going to have a right hand to right hip. And I'm just going to show you very quickly first. I'm going to go left hand to calf or big toe, right? And I'm going to have a slight bend into my standing leg. So the one that I'm going to weight bear on. Now I'm going to get my flat back feeling. And then I'm going to push into my standing leg and see if I can float the leg up in front. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you're holding onto the thigh, onto the calf muscle, it's the same principle. Flat back, little bend to the standing leg, draw the leg up in front. So can you have a go at your own time, nice and slowly, okay? Peace fingers to big toe or hand to calf. We get flat back, hug the belly into the spine, there's a little bend to the standing leg. As you look forwards, that's going to help you find your gazing point, your drishti point, the place to look at. You can also do this with a strap around your foot if you have the strap, and that will make it a little bit more accessible. Very nice. Once you've tried one leg, try the other. So Helen, that was really good. See if you can hold a bit higher on the leg and then you'll be able to stand up higher. All right, so try it on the other leg whenever you're ready. So wherever your hand lands, see if you can draw the leg up in front of you. Yes, Liz, push through the heel, back through the toes. Lovely. Patricia, you can fold nose towards the knee. Really, really nice. Okay, stand up tall there. Straight back, really nice. Well done. Okay, so let's move on from there. We'll come back to that idea in a bit. So from the front of your mat, inhale, lift the arms, reach up. And exhale, forward fold. Flat back, breathing in. And fold, breathing out. Hands to mat, step back, downward facing dog. As always, if you're flowing, plank and lower. If you're not, down dog, child's pose. We'll meet in down dog. When you get there, lift the right leg up behind you, bend the knee and roll the hip open. And bring the knee to the nose, round the back. Step the foot between the hands, drop the back knee to the floor, untap the toes. And lift the arms, reach up high. And then bend the elbows, palms face forward, draw the elbows in line with the shoulders, lift up through the chest, lean back through the head ever so slightly, get that nice big curve through the front body. Interlace your hands behind your back and either stay upright if that's pretty tight for you, or fold so the head comes on the inside of the right knee. Inhale as you rise back up to stand. Sorry, not to stand, to kneeling with the arms up. Just lift the arm. And then bring the hands to your heart center to twist. Left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Other way, Patricia. There we go. Good. It's good job I can see you instead of the radiator now, isn't it? Right. Okay, so you're going to either stay here or tuck the back toes and lift the knee up off the floor. You're looking up towards the top elbow, see if you can get your body away from your thighs. You're not dumping down into the twist, you're lifting up and expanding. You can stay here or you can open out the arms, one arm up and one arm down. When you are ready, bring the hands back to the mat and straighten out the front leg. So some of you will have the back knee down, that's okay. Some of you are going to have the back knee up, you choose. Okay, so you're straightening the front leg, whichever variation you're doing. Now we're going to move into supported side plank. You're going to bend into the front leg. Your left hand is coming towards the top left corner of the mat. You're going to roll to the outer edge of the right foot, and as you do so, step the sorry, that's your left foot. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot, and then step the right foot halfway down the mat and lift the right arm to the ceiling. So supported side plank. The left hand, outer edge of the left foot, the right foot to the side. As you exhale, release it down, down, down. Lift your left leg up behind you, bend the knee, roll the hip open. And bring the knee towards the nose round and step the foot between the hands. Drop the back knee and lift the arms. Well done. Turn the palms to face forward, bend the elbows, draw the elbows back. Again, that very gentle lean back, breath through the front of the body. Interlace your hands behind your back and fold, or stay upright if it feels better. Head down, knuckles high. Lift the arms back up to the ceiling. And then connect the hands to your heart center, twisting right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Either stay or tuck the back toes to lift the knee up off the floor. And aiming to get the body lifting gently away from the thigh. Either that's plenty or you're opening out the arms, one arm up, one arm down. Make sure you're breathing. Twist so much harder to find your breath in. And your balance too. Right? Bring your hands down to the mat, straighten out the front leg. So back knee is either up or down, you choose. Now we're moving it into supported side plank. Right hand towards the top right corner. Outer edge of the right foot, left foot halfway down. Once you get there, peel the left arm up towards the ceiling. And exhale as you release, hand down, step back, down, down. Come into your plank and then slow motion coming down to the ground, either knees or no knees for the count of 3, 2, and 1. Nice. So you're going to roll onto your side, have your underneath arm propping you up, okay, and the other hand just in front of you. Doesn't matter which way you go. Okay, so you're rolling on one side, one hand propping you up, top hand, fingertips to the ground. Okay, so this one's a bit of a Pilates move rather than a yoga move. We're going to bend the bottom knee, so you have a bit of stability, okay, and the top leg is straight, and you're going to be flexing the foot. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with 10 little pulses. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Medium. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Large. Probably burning by now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then we go circles back, little, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circles forward, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug that top leg in towards the chest. Okay, probably going to be pretty sore right now. You can always give it a little bit of a pummel there. Okay, and then from this side, what we're going to do is you're going to take your peace fingers, knee up to the big toe. All right, have your arm on the inside of your leg. And then maybe the leg begins to press towards the ceiling. It might not go fully straight, okay? We go in the direction of straight. Take another breath in, look up towards your foot, stretch the bottom arm out long, breath in, and release. Okay, we need to all do the other leg. So know which one is burning right now. Either roll over to the other side or spin on your mat so you go up and over. So you can still see the screen. Okay, now this side is so much worse. If you haven't really done this exercise before, it's just horrendous because the bottom side has already been worked. So once you roll over, we bend the bottom knee, the top leg is straight. If it's too uncomfortable, you can always lay the head down onto the arm as well. That's an option. Okay, so here we go. We go small to begin with. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Medium. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Large. 10, 9, might not go very far. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circles backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knee in towards the chest. Take a breath there. Again, maybe pull out the hip a little bit. Then we outstretch the bottom arms and you lay the head down to the hand. Lift the knee up like you're trying to do a tree. Peace fingers to big toe. Extend the leg up to the ceiling and maybe lift the head to look up towards the foot. Take another breath in. And breath out as you release. Nicely done. So press yourself all the way up and make your way back into your down dog. So that one's really good just to tone up the outsides of the legs and the glutes. Okay, so bring it back into your hands and knees to your down dog. We'll meet there, lifting the right leg up behind you. So take your time. The right leg powers high up to the ceiling, nice straight leg. And step the foot up between the hands to rise to warrior one. So the back foot spinning down, the front knee is bending, and the arms are lifting up. So as always, warrior one, make sure you're off a tightrope. So you've got yourself a little bit of space for the hips and the lower back. Nicely done. Switch legs there, Leslie. Right leg forward, right leg, yeah. Okay, so from your warrior one, interlace your hands back behind you, roll the shoulders back and open. Either you're staying upright or you're folding down, head low and knuckles high. Rise back up again to your warrior one. Lift the back heel up off the floor. Lift the back knee up to the chest and hold to the shin. Flex the foot for a bit of stability. Draw the navel to the spine and then float the left arm back behind you. On the left, Christine, yes. Look back towards the back hand so you can find your balance. And look back forwards as you release the foot, release the arm. Other side, inhale, arms in. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen, breathing in. And fold, breathing out. Hands to mat, downward facing dog. If you're flowing, inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. As we meet in down dog, lift your left leg, parrot up high. Knee to nose round, scoop the belly in, step the foot between the hands, warrior one. As you rise, that back thigh is rotating inwards, the arms are reaching up and the shoulders are soft. From warrior one or Virabhadrasana one, we'll insert the hands back behind you, roll the shoulders back and open, breathing in, and folding forwards to humble warrior, breathing out. Inhale, rise back up to stand, warrior one. Lift the back heel up off the floor, back knee up to the chest, hold to the shin. Once you have the balance, the right arm can reach back behind you. Slowly looking back towards the backhand. Looking forwards, releasing the foot, releasing the arm. Well done. So have your blocks handy if you have them. Step the right foot forward and the left foot back. About half a meter between the feet. Off the tightrope, pushing firmly down to both of the feet with the feet pointing pretty much forwards. Take your hands to your back, take your hands to your hips. You're going to keep the front leg straight. We're going to draw the hips back, 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 lean forwards to find a flat back. Here, pull the tummy up to the spine so the core is working. Then reach the hands wherever they land, to shins, to blocks, or to floor, either side of the front foot. Okay. If you've got blocks, I probably recommend having them on the highest setting so you have a little bit of space there by the looks of things. Yeah, okay. So we're finding a flat back as you breathe in, lengthen out your spine. And then fold down over the leg, let the head be heavy. So legs are staying straight at all times here. And again, inhale as you lengthen your spine. And exhale as you fold. One more time, inhale to lengthen. And exhale to fold. Take the left hand either onto the shin or to the outside of the right foot. And lift your right arm up to the ceiling, so you're twisting. The left hand can go onto the right block there if you have blocks. And release, hands to the hips and rise up to stand. We'll switch over to the other leg, left foot forward, right foot back, hips are square, legs are straight, hips back, lean forwards. With that extension, tummy up, rib cage in, flat back. Then start to fold your way down, hands towards the shin, the blocks, or either side of the front foot. Finding flat back as you breathe in, fold down as you breathe out. And again, inhale to flat back, exhale to fold. And as you come up through your flat back, the right hand to shin or outside of the left foot, and the left arm will peel up to the ceiling. And exhale, release. Take the hands to the mat, step back to down dog. Bring the knees down to the ground, so you're on your hands and your knees. Taking thread the needle, right arm through between left hand and left leg. Come down towards the right side of the head, right shoulder, and create this little bit of rotation of the body turning to the left. When you're ready to unwind, bring it back through center to the other side. The left arm feeds through. And exhale as you release. Bring it back to hands and knees. You can always do it from hands and knees instead of down dog. We're lifting the right leg up behind you. So down dog whenever you're ready, or hands and knees if that suits you better. Right leg lifts up, then the knee roll, the hip open. Then the knee towards the nose, round the back. Step the foot up between the hands, warrior two. Opening out through the arms, stretching away hand to hand and sinking into your front leg. Now here, can you lift the toes of both of the feet up off the ground so you really connect down through those four corners of the feet. Big toe, little toe mound, and the two edges of the back of the foot. Then place the toes back down, keep the bend with the front knee, front palm up, sweep it back, peaceful warrior. So you're reaching towards the back of the room, keeping the bend of the front knee. Open out the arms back into warrior two, then lean forward, stretch away. Right forearm to the right thigh, left arm over the ear, extended side angle. You can stay here or drop the right hand down to the ground on the inside of the right foot. Keep the bend through the front knee, take another breath in. And breath out, rise, warrior two. Straighten out the front leg. Come into triangle, there's a micro bend to the front knee, but the leg is pretty straight. Pull the hips back, lean forwards, and then float the right hand wherever it lands, just on the inside of your right foot or knee or shin. Reach up high through the left arm, straighten up that right leg there, Helen. Yes, good. Take another breath and keep both sides of the waist long, particularly that underside of the waist. And then rise, tight tummy to spine, up and back, reverse, triangle. Relax the arms. So if you have knee issues, you're going to stay high with this next one. We're bending the back leg, the left knee. If you're staying high, you're going to bend into the back knee, front heel down, toes up, so you can have forearm to thigh or hand to thigh. If you're going to go low, we go hands to the floor on the inside of the back foot and squat all the way down. So it's your back leg, your left leg that's bending, but it depends on your knees. I know a couple of you are going to need to stay high for this one. Okay, so stretching out this front leg, working into his back, opening up at the hip. Then we're going to transfer over to the other side. Bend and straighten. So if you're staying high, rest your forearm onto your thigh. Yeah, there we go. And then from here, we spin the hands forward, front of the mat, downward facing dog. Other side, lift the left leg up behind you, bend the knee, roll the hip open. Knee to the nose round. Step between the hands, warrior two. Extend open to the arms, lift the toes of both the feet up, sink down to the front knee, get the connection, particularly the back foot, it wants to roll in. So you can get it rolling so you're pushing down through the whole of the foot. Place the toes down, front palm turns up, sweep it back, peaceful warrior. Back into your warrior two, lean forward, stretch away. Forearm to thigh and right arm over. Either that's enough or left fingertips drop into the ground on the inside of the left foot. Looking underneath your arm up towards the ceiling. Rise back up again, warrior two. Straighten out the front leg, hips back, lean forwards, reach away, and bring the left hand to wherever it lands, lifting the right arm up to the ceiling. So both sides of the waist along. The top arm is expansively stretching tall. Use your next exhale to rise up and back, reverse triangle. And then relax the arms. This time, spin both the feet to point towards the long side of your mat, so a wide stance. Take the hands to the hips, standing tall, breathing in. And then hinge at the hips, start to fold, head towards the ground, relaxing the arms to be heavy, so either hands to the ground or hold on to opposite elbows. And then take the hands down to floor or blocks, find a flat back as you breathe in, and fold down as you breathe out. One more time, flat back, and fold. Leave one hand down on the ground and stretch the other arm up to the ceiling so you're in a twist. And to the other side, hand down, opposite arm lifts up. Stretch. And release. Bring the hands up onto the hips, rise up to stand. Spin the feet forwards to the front of your mat and step all the way up. Lovely. Okay, so we've come into a tree pose. You can lift your right foot either below the knee joint or lift it up above the knee joint. Finding that equal press of foot to leg and leg to foot. Bring the hands to your heart center, relax the shoulders down and breathe. But finding something to look at, to a drishti point, place of focus. Once you've got the balance, the arms can lift up towards the ceiling. And if you want to challenge your balance here, can you look up towards the hands? You might find it gets a bit wobbly there. Let's go with the wave, go with the rock, you fall, reset. And bring it back down through center and release. Other side, lifting your left foot. So again, wherever it comfortably lands, just not on the knee joint itself. Bring the hands to your heart center to find stability and balance. Once you have that, a connection of belly to spine as well, we then start to reach the arms up into your tree. If you have the balance, you can look up towards the hands. And exhale. Release. Nicely done. As you inhale, lift the arms, stretch out. As you exhale, forward fold. Flat back as you breathe in. And fold down as you breathe out. Hands to mat, step back, down facing dog. And then come down onto your knees. This is where blocks are going to come in very handy if you have them. All right, so we are going to have the right foot stepping forwards. Okay. So if you have your blocks, have them handy. If you don't, you can still do this with without the blocks, really doesn't matter here. So you're coming into your lunge, and then you're going to straighten out your front leg. And as you straighten out the front leg, can you move the front foot forwards about another half foot or foot? So do it again. We find a lunge, a straighten, and a slide. And at a certain point, you're going to think, that's quite enough for me, thank you. But then, if you're not, we go again. We lunge, straighten, and slide. And at a certain point, some of you might need to change the height of the blocks. They might need to come down a little bit lower. You still got a little bit in you. Maybe there's a bit of a slide forwards. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so why blocks are so handy, because it keeps the body upright. Otherwise, I'm coming down pretty low here. My hands are down on the ground. I'm kind of leaning into it and forwards. So this gives you so much more height and lift, so it's strong. Okay, take one more breath in. And then draw in through the belly. See if you can release the leg without getting rid of your mat. You might take your mat with you. Yeah, there we go. Stretch that same leg back behind you, right toes back, a little bit of movement forward and back. And then we do it on the other side. Step the left foot forwards into your lunge. So I always recommend with this one, we start on high level of the blocks. So we're in a lunge, looking forwards. You want to create this height and lift. As you exhale, we're straightening out the front leg. And then we're sliding the foot a little forwards. And again, we bend, straighten, and slide. And that might be where you stop today. Otherwise, maybe you readjust in the box. We go again, we bend, straighten, and slide. Usually quite a big difference between the two legs. One will be a lot easier than the other one. Yeah, or both equally as hard as each other. Let's say if you're a tight hamstring person, both are pretty miserable here. And let's take one more breath in wherever you are. Push down through strong legs, draw it up and back. Push the heel back and away, a little bit of a pedal out through the leg. And release. Well done. So we're coming to pigeon. If you really like pigeon, do pigeon. If you've got tight knees and you think this option isn't going to work for you, then stick with pigeon. Otherwise, you're going to sit onto your seat and we're going to do double pigeon. So we have one shin parallel to the front of the mat, other ankle on top of the knee. So this gets pretty tight here. And this is where blocks also come in handy because you might find the knee is way up here, in which case, place a block down and rest your leg onto it. You might find it's a little bit closer and you have a bit more space there, but the block is still handy for that last little bit. Yes, Leslie, good variation, perfect. Okay, Patricia, will your foot go over that way a little bit more? Yeah. Helen, at the moment, your ankle is turning a lot. Can you flatten your foot so get it straight all the way down? Yeah, it's going to be pretty tight there. Okay, and if it's really tight and you're not really getting a benefit from the posture, you can also do this one with the foot on the ground and the shin over the thigh. That might be more beneficial for a few of you. Okay, so we're flexing the feet, we're sitting tall. Yeah, there we go. And then when you've done one leg, you can switch over gently to the other leg. So the other way around. So ankle on top of knee, knee on top of ankle. Relax the jaw so you create a little bit of space there, a little bit more space in the hips. Okay, just a few more breaths. Again, might be very different on this side. Outer hip area is where you'll get most of the stretch. And you've done that last breath, release, and we'll join sitting up on your mat, taking your right leg out to the side and the left sole of the foot to the inner thigh. And lift the arms, reach up tall, stretch up high, and turn and fold over your right leg. Stretch the left arm up high to the ceiling, and then extend the arm over towards your foot. Rise all the way up to take a twist, left hand behind you, right hand onto your left knee, but back over the left shoulder. Unwind gently, step the right foot to the outside of the left thigh. If it doesn't go all the way over, you can always step it just in front of the shin. Okay, take your left hand to the shin, right hand behind you, and take a twist. If you want a little bit more here, take the left elbow to the outside of the right thigh to increase that twist. Exhale as you release. And that IT band stretch we did at the beginning, we have the left hand to the outside of the right foot. And stretching the leg away on a diagonal, drawing the toes back, pushing away with the heel. It's pretty fiery all the way to the outside of the leg and the back of the hamstring. And release. Other side. Taking your left leg out and your right foot in. And lift the arm, reaching up tall. And then turning and folding down over your left leg. Stretching your right arm up to the ceiling. And extending the arm over your ear, reach away. As you exhale, rise up to twist. Right hand behind you, left hand to your right knee. exhale to release. Step the left foot in front of the shin or to the outside of the thigh. Take the right hand to the shin or the elbow to the outside of the thigh. You're looking back over the left shoulder, lifting tall through the crown of the head. As you exhale, twist around to the other side, left arm across. And unwind gently, taking your right hand to the outside of your left foot. Press the leg away on a diagonal, and then reach the left arm back. Exhale to release. Take the soles of the feet together and the knees apart. Breathing in as you lengthen tall through the spine. Either drop the chin to the chest or fold the head towards the feet. Sitting your way back up to center. Final hamstring stretch. Stretch both legs out long in front of you. Toes to the ceiling. Let's see where this is compared to the beginning. Stretch the arm, reach up tall. And as you exhale, fold your way down over your legs. Let the head be heavy. Breathe into the back of the body. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. And exhale to fold. And again, lengthen, breathing in. And fold, breathing out. And then rolling your way back up through center. And then finding yourself a comfortable seat. Whether it's cross-legged, chair, wherever you're at. Okay. I'm going to take the left hand to the heart space, the right hand to the belly. Close the eyes. And start by feeling the breath underneath the hands. Noticing which is the dominant part, the chest or the belly. Are you breathing into? Where does it fill up first? Breathe into the belly first, then into the chest, out of the chest, out of the belly. Same again, in belly, in chest, out chest, out belly. Let's keep breathing here, sending yourself some loving kindness today to guide you through your day ahead. Taking a moment here in gratitude for your body, the body that guided you through this practice today. In your mind, it may not be perfect, but what is? Your perfect body today guided you through this practice of strength, working every part of the body, that leap of faith when we worked into our splits. Just thanking yourself for showing up. And then sealing your hands together at your heart center as you drop the chin to your chest. Bowing to the teacher within you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you so much, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I know a couple of you are dashing off, so we've got 3 more, I think. And Leslie and Joe, I'll speak to you too. Have a lovely week. I will end the recording there, then feel free to chat.